What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Unmasked Podcast. What do you recommend them do or not do as far as like coming out of high school and pursuing a career someday? All right, man. Ready?
I'm ready.
You're nervous, huh?
A little bit. It's the first one.
First one of many. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Unmasked Podcast. As always, I say it's a special episode because it truly really is a special episode. Today, I got somebody that I've known for a very long time, as all my guests. But this kid, I knew him. This young man, I've known him since he was, I want to say, 5th, 6th grader. Please, everybody, welcome Gil to the Unmasked Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
What's up, buddy? So we just finished saying we hate calling each other bud. As always, I'm nervous as can be. It doesn't matter how many of these I do, I'm nervous. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day and joining me. I feel like this one's gonna be a lot different than my previous podcast, honestly. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean that in the most positive, because you're making moves that a lot of gentlemen are making at a later stage of their life, which is absolutely fantastic. Seeing you grow up, first and foremost, has been spectacular. Backstory from my point of view, I was able to coach you for a couple of years. You were an amazing athlete. You were an amazing young man. You grew up around some amazing people. Your parents were absolutely amazing. And you made some plays that have stuck with me for like my entire life, like my entire, the last 10 years, 10, 12 years of my life, like things that I remember from coaching you, or seeing you grow up. Man, you've grown a lot, and I'm so happy to know you. I'm so happy that I'm able to still follow your journey in a certain sense. Please tell people who you are, aside from what I've said, and what you currently do in life, man.
To start, I want to say thank you for having me on The Unmasked. I feel grateful because, I mean, you took the shot with me to have me on a podcast. You know what I mean? You were the first. What I do a little bit of everything. I started off, after high school, with 9-to-5s. Jobs that everyone goes to and tries out. I knew it wasn't me. Immediately, I was like, this is not what I can do. My family, I saw my parents, I saw my entire family do this their whole lives, and there's no way. And for me, that's what drove me. Like, I cannot let them do this their whole lives. There's no way. So I took a year off from school after graduating. My family was on my back about it. They said, go to school. You're going to be a failure. And I was like, you know what? Let me go. Signed up, went for business admin, and I would take some classes that they told me to take, but I also took classes that I wanted to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't always stick with the courses that they gave me.
The typical basic courses that the counselors tell you to take. Yeah, the long route is what people essentially call it.
Exactly. I ended up dropping out. And now, I mean, this whole time, yes, I was going to school, but I was also studying and learning these skills on my own on the side. I wouldn't be home for a while. My mom would be like, you're always out. You're never home. I'd be at the gym. And then the other 4 or 5 hours that I wasn't home, I was learning. I was on my computer. I was at a Starbucks. I've learned about investing, about stocks, about network marketing, about just everything. I'm a sponge for knowledge. I go about my days and I talk to people, and let's say I meet a 70-year-old man at a Starbucks and we talk for a bit, and we have the small talk at first, get comfortable, and then I'm like, hey, sir, what have you learned? Like, what is the most important lesson you learned in the 70 years of living? I have no clue what he's been through. I have no clue what he's experienced, where he's from, his whole life, how much he's traveled, who he's spoken to. So I asked that question. And to me, I see it as receiving 70 years worth of wisdom in one sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now multiply that by 30 70-year-olds while I'm sitting at a Starbucks every day. 2,100 years of wisdom, and I'm only 21. I love it. I love, like, when teachers tell you, like, ask questions. when they tell you like, there's no wrong question. Find the right question. For me, that was my right question. What's the most important lesson you learned? I continue doing that, and I have yet to limit how much I've learned. You know what I mean? I have not reached my ceiling.
I don't think you ever will.
Never.
I don't think anybody ever will. But also that does attest to the hard work and all the effort that you're putting into your crafts.
Yeah.
Right. What besides the whole 9 to 5 living? Because you said you did work a couple 9 to 5s.
Mm-hmm.
What ultimately persuaded you to follow this? Now you did before you answer that. You did say that keyword dropout.
We did officially like a month. I think a month now.
Dropout, and I feel like school isn't for everybody. Obviously, you're a smart young man, and you're smart enough to know that school isn't for you because that's not the route that you're meant to take. So kudos to you. But besides the whole 9 to 5, like what is your ultimate goal? Because I see your posts on the daily basis. I see how fast you're growing your brand, how you're reaching out to multiple people, which in fact today somebody reshared your post, which is absolutely amazing. Someone that has over 110,000 followers, 10,000 followers on Instagram, former NFL athlete. How do you want to surround yourself? With whom do you want to surround yourself?
Like-minded individuals, people who they don't have to be in the position. They don't have to have that status. I don't care. I don't care about how many followers you have. I don't care how much money you have. I have plenty of people that they're great friends of mine, and they're friends, they're partners, and I mentor. I do all three. I split up the three because they are my friends. When business is business, we are partners. And when they need a mentor, I become their mentor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to help. I want to help people. That's why I go to schools now. That's why I go public speak at schools. I've been to, I want to say now 20 plus classrooms within Arvin High, and I love going into every single one. I know it's different. Each classroom is different. All students are different. And there are some who, they're kind of like, oh, who's this guy? Whatever. But there are the kids that, just that one mind, that one kid that truly listens. And the moment I walk out, they walk to me. They come and they're like, Gil, I want you to help me the moment I turn 18. I want you to guide me. And I'm like, I got you. I'm here. That is my goal. When I walk around campus, these kids, they stop me sometimes and they talk to me. And I'm like, I'm here. I tell them, ask me anything. It could be something as simple as, what's your skincare? To, hey, how do I get into stocks? How do I start learning? How do I become a seller on Shopify? Anything. My answers are limitless, you know? If I don't have the answer for you now, I guarantee you I know someone who does. That's
Question.
what I do. Answer. Possibly.
Do you feel like because of the community that you're targeting, it's tougher to really connect with these kids because they don't grow around network marketers? They don't grow around people that are wanting to get away from the field work, from the hard work, hard labor, from people that work in retail. Obviously, if you went to a school, for example, Frontier or Centennial or BHS even, any Bakersfield school, you'd think it'd be easier to target these kids because some of them, not all of them, have parents that know about these things that you're pushing for their kids.
I do feel there is a barrier.
Disconnect
for sure. But there are those kids there who already learn about these things. Yeah. They already have an idea. They just need that person to help guide them. There are these courses that these kids can pay for. The courses I took the risk on and paid for. And the knowledge you get, it's quality knowledge, but sometimes these kids just don't have the money to pay for it.
Right.
I'm here to make it so that they don't have to. They don't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? I want to make the course so that they can take it if they want.
Right.
All they have to do is text me for it, and here you go. Do it. Take your time.
So you're kind of you kind of see yourself as the middleman in the sense.
Exactly.
The bridge. Exactly. You're the bridge. Let's not say middleman. You're the bridge. You know how amazing that is? Our bridges, for example, and I'm going to give you one example, and I've talked about it previously several times. You can just turn this if you want. Oh.
Like, yeah, that's better. There you go.
There you go.
Cool.
So there was one experience that deterred me away from what you're not what you're speaking of, but in the sense of having this limitless knowledge and not working at 9 to 5. Let's focus on that.
Okay.
When I was 18, fresh out of high school, very, very many moons ago, I was doing, it's called Vima. Whenever you get home, unless you've already heard of it, whenever you get home, you can Google it. Vima was back then, was an energy drink based with Verve. Verve was an energy drink that we were supplying to people. But Verve wasn't what we were selling. We were selling a dream, right? So it starts off with one person, networks down to 2 other people, which networks over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what it was, right? I signed up for it. Eddie, signed up for it.
Okay.
A lot of people signed up for it within our circle because we were Latinos that went to Arvin High. That saw our parents grow up in the fields, Grimway, working in La Uva, working in the oranges, so on and so forth, construction. And we wanted the dream. We wanted to be able to give our parents absolutely everything, give ourselves absolutely everything. So we would host these events, in Lamont, in Bakersfield. We actually even went to Santa Maria with some family of mine and in Arvin, and ended up not working out. To an extent, it wasn't because the dream wasn't true, because it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it was because our efforts to a certain extent weren't there. But also our dream ended up just dying out because we didn't see a way out anymore after a certain amount of time. So we ended up finding out it was a pyramid scheme, and we lost a lot of money. But we learned, right? What you're stating is doesn't sound like a pyramid scheme. That was really weird. Doesn't sound like a pyramid scheme because there's different forms of network marketing. And unfortunately, the one that we were introduced to, we had a bad experience for. It is what it is. So now that I've gotten older and know what network marketing is and have tried network marketing as well. So I'm glad that at your age of
21,
you have the knowledge that even people my age don't have, man. So kudos once again to you, because you're building your portfolio in so many different ways, and obviously you're a hard worker, right? So yeah, good stuff. Very good stuff. Now, with going to classrooms, obviously you have the ability to go to Arvin High because you went to Arvin High yourself. We're not only a star athlete, but also a pretty smart kid. What do you feel like you're trying to do besides being that bridge? Because obviously you want to be able to gain some success. So are you trying to be like a coach one day, like a life coach? Are you trying to be like a mentor to all these children or these kids? And when they get older, like what are you trying to build? Like that, I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. What are you trying to build?
Okay. So
there has to be an end goal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Live your legacy. The meaning behind it is, why wait to pass to live your to leave your legacy behind? Why not be aware of the fact that you are living it as you're creating it every single day? That is the meaning behind my brand. That's why I started with live your legacy. And to me, like, I had a photo shoot in Vegas. I went out there with one model friend of mine, and people would stop us and ask, like, or they stop me and be like, what brand is that? We've never seen that. I'm like, what do you think about it? Where do you see it? They're like, we see that on a building, son. And I'm like, that's the goal. And they're like, that's yours? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, what? They were shocked. They assumed it was this, I don't know, high class brand already. And I had just started it. That was my first photo shoot in Vegas. So to me, the vision with Live Your Legacy is I want a building. I want it built. I want the people I meet now, the connections I build with people who are in fitness, already good traders, just anything, literally anything that has to do with health, wealth, and success, whether it's, like spiritual health, mental health, physical health, wealth, financial wealth, the wealth of just having your family, all the foundations of health, wealth, and success. I want the building to be filled with the people who are going to mentor other people.
That's dope.
That is my goal.
That's dope.
Right now, it is just myself, and I have certain people I'm leaning towards. Hey, I want you to run this department within LYL. I want you to be the head and be able to teach all these people these things because I know you're a master of your craft. I want you to teach others.
Yeah.
So now it's me, and I have to do it for all aspects, which is okay. I'm fine with it. But in the long run, there's going to be hopefully more people that become open-minded and want to do these things to where I have the team of legacies, you can say, to do this.
Well, now with social media, I believe that your dream will come true because of social media. It's so easy. Well, not easy, but it's so easy to be able to build your brand. And with TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, WhatsApp, absolutely everything. It's amazing the opportunities that we all have, but not many people are willing to take it. That's fucking awesome, man. I like I said, I've kept up with your brand and I followed it and I've been following it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of got PTSD when I started first seeing your posts, because of what a friend of mine went through, where it looked weird, right? And that's just and I was scared. I was scared for you. And now that I'm able to sit here and talk with you, and now that I'm able to see what your dreams and aspirations are, I'm like, okay, well, he's good. Like, I think that's the main reason why I wanted to hear, because I wanted to make sure you were good. Because I've dealt with a lot of bad to where you don't see a lot of kids start posting all these things, and I'm sure you got a lot of it. I'm sure you got a lot of people saying, hey man, are you okay? Hey man, did your account get hacked?
Oh yeah, family.
Yeah. So I'm glad, and I can honestly sit here and listen to you and understand where you're coming from and understand where you want to go and know that you're gonna get there. And I was freaking out, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm sure you got a lot of messages saying, hey, Gil, are you good, bro? Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're solid.
I did. Hey, did you get hacked? Hey, are you okay? My uncle, one of my uncle's employees, he called me and he was like, are you okay? Like, you've been really, like, you haven't been responding too much when it comes to work. We want to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, I'm good. I have other things I'm focused on now. I'm still helping with MTZ, but I'm okay. And I told him, thank you for checking up. I will be more consistent with MTZ. My bad. I was like, sorry.
Yeah, it's like I'm telling you, man. I've had 2 crazy experiences before that I can think of. So I was just like, I don't think I'm able to reach out now, but I'm gonna have to at some point. And then it leveled out. Like, you weren't posting as much for a little bit, and then like it kind of leveled out. So I was like, okay, cool, he's good. Yeah. It's odd to us, right? Like, it's odd to everybody, and I'm sure you. Well, let me ask you this: how much backlash have you gotten for it?
Backlash,
if any. Any friends telling you don't do it?
No friends telling me don't do it, but
warning you.
Friends that are just like completely unresponsive to what it is I'm posting. 100%. Like, I can maybe mention and a post I think kind of correlates with what they do and what they like in life and what they enjoy, but they just don't respond at all. Like, they're like, what is this? What is he doing, really? Like, come on, Gil, be realistic. And to them, I mean, I don't blame them. I know it's something that's it's uncomfortable. Right. It's something that you don't see a lot of within Kern County.
Right.
But I was like, man, I'm from a small town called Lamont. I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wherever you are, wherever you're from, it's not where you are. It's where you are.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Realistically speaking. Realistically speaking, like,
I've had students ask me this in the class. Hey, where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years?
5 years. Let's just say 5 years.
Let's say 5.
Yeah.
I'll be 26.
Damn. I know. Be 35.
I used to say I wanted a kid at 20. I did.
No kids yet?
No kids.
All right, there you go. Let's keep it that way for a little bit. Let's go ahead and build our brand a little bit more, and then we can have kids.
Yeah. Next 5 years, I'd say by then maybe have my family, my own family at, let's say, 25, if I were to meet my person and know that's it. I see my brand just helping people at like a level that you can't even compare to right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me going to schools and reaching out to people on social media with my maybe I think 800 following. I know that like it's gonna be, I see it on a whole other scale by the time I'm in 5 years and 26.
26.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's doable, especially with a lot of people or a lot of teachers in general. You know, my wife's a teacher, and she says there's a lot of kids. I mean, we went to school, a lot of kids that just don't want to continue going to school, right? Yeah. Which is definitely okay. It's 100% okay. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not okay to just stay at home and sit in your house and not do shit, right? Yep. It's okay to have a dream because we all do. We all continue to have dreams. But how are we going to reach that goal? Now, there's a lot of companies out there that will train you. There's a lot of companies out there that will show you the way, but will not push you to a certain extent where you accomplish your dream. So I feel like you can definitely do it. I feel like you could definitely build a community worth living in. And I say that with, I don't know, with the utmost respect to like companies like temp agencies that just set you up for failure. But obviously you're not a temp agency, but you can definitely create larger wealth for everybody, not just kids, but I feel like adults too. Yeah. You know, and I think that's fucking awesome. Now, will you base yourself still in Bakersfield or in Kern County, or will you jump ship and go to like a bigger market? You feel like, not jump ship. That's the wrong word to use, wrong phrase. Or would you like to go to like a bigger market ultimately?
I'd like to base here in Kern County. I want to bring everything here. I don't want to jump somewhere else that already has that. I don't know. I'm gonna say status again. I don't care to. I want to bring it to KC. Kern County is a great place. Yeah. Maybe there might not be many things to do in this area specifically, but it's a beautiful place. There's beautiful people here. There's great everything here. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. I want to do it here.
It's so funny, man, because you're the second person that, honestly, this year and maybe even last year, that would say, I love being in Bakersfield. I love being in Kern County. A buddy of mine that I just filmed a video with said the exact same thing. A lot of people complain about Bakersfield, but we don't know how good we really have it. Mm-hmm. And I agree. I'm not from Bakersfield, which you're not from Bakersfield. I'm not from Kern County, so to speak, but I lived here for a very long time to where I could say, yeah, I'm from Bakersfield, or I'm from Arvin. I'm from Kern County. And I love it, bro. It's you can do so much. I mean, obviously not within here, but you can fucking go to LA. You can go to Sacramento, San Francisco. Everything is like within itself. Yeah. Do you go? Do you feel like you'll ever expand in, like, how do I want to ask this without sounding stupid?
I love your honesty.
How flexible do you see yourself being? Obviously, you want to focus on three major things, right? Financial, living, the way you live financially. What'd you say? Health, wealth, success. I'm sorry. Health. So do you see yourself being flexible in that in that where like you expand other than those three things? If that makes any sense.
It does make sense.
Like I feel like I'm trying to get to a point and I don't know how to ask you.
Okay.
Are you like water? Are you gonna be flexible? Like, do you feel like you can definitely do other things other than those three, like major three?
Yeah. Okay.
Where it trickles down, kind of thing.
When you say like other things, give me an example outside of health, wealth, and success.
I feel like that's just like everything.
Exactly.
I feel like that's just everything, man.
Those three?
Yeah, I feel like that's just like the majority, and everything else just trickles down.
Exactly. It starts with those. Those are like those are my bases, I'd say. That's what holds up the foundation of LYL and myself. But health is such a broad, wealth, same thing. You have health, wealth, you're successful. No matter what level it is, what level you're comfortable with, health, wealth, you're successful.
You're right, because honestly, that's probably what I've been chasing for such a long time too, health. But like, for example, like I've The only other time after high school that I was in shape was after I got heartbroken by my wife, or vice versa. And I got healthy ish, but then I got healthy ish in a different sense. Like we were madly in love again, and I was happy again, not healthy wise, but I was definitely happy again. So I guess there's different ways of explaining, health. Like you can be unhealthy but healthy at the same time, if that makes any sense. Because I'm like unhealthy but I'm healthy at the same time.
I
like
completely understand.
You know what I mean?
I
like,
know, yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Like I feel like it's
Like
it's
I'm
open. It's game for everything,
Yeah.
And I feel like you can do so much with just those three bases, and I think you've got everything figured out. Well, do you feel like you have everything figured out?
You will never have everything figured out. You have to become okay with uncertainty. There's nothing you have 100% figured out. You might feel like you do, but life will try you, life will test you, and you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's why, like, when you ask me the question, it's like,
It's just, so I'm trying to ask you, I'm trying to like dig in your fucking brain,
do it.
but
I'm here for it.
I don't know how, because I feel like you have, for the most part, where you're at now, you have so much figured out. Like I don't feel like you have a sense of uncertainty right now. I feel like you already know your next 3-4 moves.
I like to play chess.
Do you? I never really
do.
got into it.
I do. We should play. We should play a game. We should play a game. Or checkers. I'm okay with checkers too.
Never played checkers either. Kupong?
Yeah.
Kupong's cool.
Yeah,
I like playing Kupong.
Not bad at that.
Let me ask you this, because obviously you had an amazing youth career. Obviously you had a pretty successful high school career. When you didn't play after high school, I was very surprised. All your coaches that I've spoken to were very surprised. I never got the chance to ask you, but obviously we know why. You have made great moves for yourself. Do you live with the regret
of not playing
after high school? Because please explain to people your accolades in high school, because obviously you're very young. You're 21. You've been out of high school 3 years. 4 years? 4 years.
Yeah, I graduated 17.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I graduated 18.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Please tell people what you were known for in high school, man. I mean, we all thought you were going to at least play college ball. Everybody, every one of us.
Yeah, I was asked that question a lot. I'm still here to answer it. I played 5 years of youth prior to high school. I played all 4 years of high school. And football, to this day, is still my childhood dream that will never go away. It was always NFL, NFL, NFL. After high school, I was grateful at the fact that I played for 9 years and never had one serious injury to my physical health. Football is a dangerous sport.
Mm-hmm.
I took a lot of hits, and I did not ever. I had minor injuries, out for a week at max, but I was so grateful at the fact that I didn't. I did go to BC. I did go to the tryout or the camp for like, I think, a week, 2 weeks. And there was one play where I jumped up for a jump ball. I don't even remember. I think I caught it. I'm gonna say I caught it.
Just say you caught it.
I caught it, and I landed back on my leg, and I got this sting throughout my entire right leg, and I was like limping after. The coach was like, "You're good, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it." No, I felt it, and I was like, "Dude, 9 years, not one serious injury. Do you want to risk your health? Do you want to play college ball that bad?" It wasn't worth it to me. Do I still live with it in like NFL? Heck yeah, the child within me wants to grab that ball and run it. But I don't think it's worth my physical health.
No. And see, and that's like I feel relieved now because of the fact that I just thought that you just didn't want to because you're done. There's so many athletes from Marvin that have had an opportunity to go play big time football, even if it's just BC, or actually have full, rides to like 4-year universities, but because of lack of will or lack of dedication, which you never had, lack of anything. So that's why I was very surprised when I found out you weren't playing, but I didn't ask. Obviously, I wish I would have asked you, but I never asked. So to have you here today and find out why, yes, health over anything. Your health, your peace of mind. I feel like you have peace of mind, right?
I'd like to think so.
I feel like you do. And which you should, because you accomplished a lot in high school and in youth. I don't feel like you had anything else to prove besides maybe make it to the NFL, but health over everything.
We're working on it.
100%. 100%.
It's still
still there
It's still
in a different way, but it's still there.
It's still there.
So yes, very, very proud of the fact that you made a mature decision, because a lot of people, I think, would have made the immature one and still continue to play, and probably at 30, 40 years old not been able to walk.
I didn't want to risk that. I want to be able, my son, hopefully my son
or daughter, she wants to be in NFL. That's great. Yeah. No. Or daughter.
Yeah.
D1 athlete right here.
Yeah, D1 exactly. I want to be able to help them. I want to be able to train with them in practice.
Yeah, man.
And I'm good. You know what? I love the sport. I will still go out and watch and go play here and there, but I want to be able to make sure my kids have that opportunity.
Yeah. Do you still get questions about it?
Yeah. I just did.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I do.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Besides this, have you gotten questioned recently?
Students, AHS.
Of course, always. Yeah. Students.
Why didn't you play?
Why didn't you just? Yeah. Goddamn kids.
Yeah.
Fuck them kids. If you had the chance to speak at, obviously I know you'd say yes. Areas or have you thought about speaking in areas such as like, MLK area, where like Lincoln Junior High, like BCC School District? Have you ever tried to say, hey, I'm so, am I able to speak to some of your classes? Because let me tell you right now, because my wife is a teacher and I know what she goes through. I feel like you'd make a great impact at schools like that. I feel like outside of the Arvin community, Lamont community, Weed Patch community, I feel like you could definitely make an impact in the BCSC school district, which is Bakersfield City School District. I've been
told, hey, why don't you go speak to, would it be like the juvenile, like
even
stuff
then,
like that.
Even then.
I have, and I will. If I reach out and they accept of it, I will 100%. I don't see a reason why not. I want to help all. I feel
people. Like especially in that we'll call it market. I feel like especially in that market, in that area, you'll be able to make a huge difference. Because one, you're close in age. Mm-hmm. Two, obviously some of them are going to think you're snobby, and that's okay. Yeah. Because even adults probably think you're snobby.
Yeah.
But if you go in open-minded to the questions you'll be asked, because some of them are going to be ridiculous fucking questions.
Oh, I've gotten, what color would you paint your toenails?
Yep.
I'm ready for it.
What color?
I say hot pink.
Hot pink, you can't go wrong with that one. I feel like you could definitely make an impact in that area, man. Even going to Nueva and even going to schools like that, those kids are in dire need of help. The reason why specifically I say BCSD school district, which I know many school districts deal with these kind of things, but that one in particular, because we've given like Christmas gifts to that school district before, where I work at. We've gone together with my wife and we've given Christmas gifts. I feel like they need it the most. Obviously, I grew up in the Arvin area, but a lot of those kids live in, don't live with their parents, live in orphanages. A lot of those kids live in like shelters, and it's heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. A lot of those kids don't live with, most of those kids live with grandparents. Do you know a lot of friends that live with grandparents?
I have a few.
Yeah. Probably 50, 60% of those kids don't live with their parents. You know what I mean? So, some of them are in foster homes. So I feel like, and I was very blind to this until my wife started teaching in that area, because I thought we had it bad. I thought we were looked down upon. Nah, bro, those kids are looked down upon.
There's always someone that has it worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like
question.
Yes. Answer if I have it.
Can I take this off? I'm getting hot.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. I didn't want to take the headset off and like mess something up.
Come on, bro. It is a tad bit warm in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of AC in here. Oh, you have a tattoo. Let's talk about it.
I do. There's a good story behind it.
Yeah, let's talk. Look, thank you, Sweater, for making him hot. Please show the people your shirt.
Oh.
Is that the most recent drop that you've had?
Yes.
I voted on the teal one though.
The teal one?
Yeah, the third set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is it teal? I'm colorblind.
I think third set was coal, light.
There we go. Coal. Yeah.
Green.
Light blue,
Same
teal,
thing,
same
yeah.
difference.
I'll probably make a teal one.
Teal one would be dope.
I like
It'll
it.
accentuate your eyes.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk about your tattoo. Let's change the topic a little bit.
Okay,
Tattoo.
Tattoo.
I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Yes, I got it when I was 18. I was gonna get, instead of, it's a deer, I was gonna get the Julius Caesar's crown.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get leaves like that this way, leaves this way, and then why I chose Persian writing, I don't know, but Persian writing in between. I thought it looked cool. And that was my idea. That was the plan I went in. I told my tattoo artist, this is what I want. Waited, I think it was like a month or two. And then I got a phone call from my cousin late at night, the day prior to my tattoo appointment. And he goes, "What are you going to get tomorrow? A deer?" And I'm like, why would I get what do you mean? He's like, "Your nickname." I was like, I didn't think about that. My grandpa, before he passed away, he'd go to my football games. He was this loud, energetic. You knew he was there. And he would call me El Venado because of football. He was like, "No, my he's kind of fast. Let me call him a deer." So he'd call me El Venado. And when my cousin told me, I got home, TMI, I sat on the toilet and I was on my phone. I was like, deer tattoos. I found 2 and I blended them together, and this is what I come up with. I show up the next day. I'm like, "Can you do this instead? I know we planned this whole other thing, but can you do this?" He's like, "I got it." And that's how I ended up with this tattoo.
That is one of the coolest fucking stories I've ever heard. Wow. Thanks to your cousin, huh?
Thanks to my cousin. If
Thanks
he
to your
didn't make
cousin.
that phone call, I would have Persian writing right here.
Which wouldn't have been bad.
Would've
What
been
would the
nice.
Persian writing have said?
I was thinking, honestly, I was going with "Live Your Legacy" in Persian.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that opens up the door.
Yeah.
How long have you thought about living your legacy?
I've had this logo made for 4 years. 4 years. I made it. I was laying in bed. I was like, man, I'm going to make myself a logo. Downloaded this free app. Started editing. And I was like, LYL. Why? Oh, live your life. I was keeping it super simple. I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. It's going to be live your life. Made the logo. Looked at it. And I was like, this is it. Where is it going to be? I don't know, but this is it. I saved it. Time passes. My grandpa passes. And when we went to his house, because the way his house is set up is he built the whole thing by hand. He had the cement arches, the table, the grilling area, everything. He built it. It's like you show up and you think you're in like Narcos in like a Spanish style home. So I show up after he passes, and we hang out, the whole family, and I'm looking everywhere, and I'm like, man, like, he left this behind. This is my grandpa's legacy. This is what he left for us to have of him, you know? And that's when I was just thinking about, my brand a little bit after my grandpa's passing, and I was like, he left this legacy behind. I'm gonna live my legacy. I'm gonna live my legacy, and so it's not just me. That's when it became Live Your Legacy, LYO.
Let me ask you this, because I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I didn't know how to ask it. And now that we opened up another door, which is kind of what this podcast is. It's me,
the unmasking of everything.
Unmasking of everything. And when I came up with this little info is during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I want to start a podcast. I had been wanting to start a podcast for quite some time. I was like, well, I don't know what to name it. So I never decided. My wife said, just start it and then come up with a name later. So COVID happened. Unmasked. But another reason why is because I wanted to connect with people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Unmasked. Oh my gosh.
Mask.
Okay.
We're wearing COVID mask.
I had no
Unmasked.
clue.
Me neither.
Wow. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now.
So when people say, "Hey, why'd you come up with that name?" I'm like, well, it was during COVID. Unmasked
That's
Podcast.
so perfect. Though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Another reason why, and I'm being completely honest with you, I wanted to connect with a lot of people that I lost connections with.
Okay.
Obviously, you graduate high school, and you know that you stop talking to a lot of people, willingly and unwillingly. And so I want to be able to connect with a lot of people, and a lot of people have hit me up like, "Hey, man, I want to be on your podcast," and I love it, and my wife loves it because I feel like this is what I've always had the talent to do. I mean, I used to do YouTube a very long time ago. And I feel like I've always had the talents or the will or the want to sit down and talk with people. It's like my little gift from God. And where was I going with this? Your brand, you know what? And I hope you don't take this in like a disrespectful way. Your brand, your legacy brand, I see it as even if you fail with the other two, which I don't think you will, and I know you won't. Even if you don't like continue pursuing that, let's just say that I feel like, I mean, you're a fit young man. I feel like that within itself, you'll gain so many followers and you'll gain so many people wanting to listen to you. I feel like there's no, I feel like it's a win-win kind of thing. And you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does make sense. No disrespect whatsoever. That makes 100% sense.
I feel like, even if you feel like the financial portion or the does not go well, I feel like the health portion, no matter what, is a win. Pushing for people to be healthier is the best thing ever. Okay. A lot of people do it, but not a lot of people do it the right way. For example, I had a buddy of mine that was just on the podcast who was a power lifter, and gets a lot of shame for going from one gym to another because of the people that are bigger, better. Okay. It's not weird. Yeah. But I feel like you can definitely build your brand where you don't portray that image, and people aren't afraid to wear your brand. If that makes any sense. It makes sense. 100%. I hope so. I feel like I'm talking a lot.
You're good. It's a podcast.
It's your podcast. It's not my podcast. It's your podcast. It's yours. Unmasked. But I don't feel like I see a loss in your future. I feel like it's nothing but
thank you
on the way up. In any way, shape, or form.
Growth.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what I'm going to.
And it's a nice logo too.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's actually a really nice logo.
Thank you.
You built it very well. So
do you want to see like a design I came up with?
Yeah,
like
dude, sure. Hell yeah. Let me see.
The next drop.
Let me see.
Okay, but back to the Unmasked. Prior to coming, my mom was like, "Where are you going? It's already gonna be 7." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go be on a podcast." And she was like, "Where are you actually going?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna go be on a podcast." And then she looks at your page and she's like, "Unmasked." She's like, "Why?" And in my head, I was thinking like, Unmasked is you. Like, there's a lot of people that, like for me, I acted like I was just this BC student for 2 years and working with my uncle's construction business. That's all I would post, but no one knew what I was doing for the other 22 hours of my day.
Yeah.
So to me, I was like, I've been unmasked now for a little over a month.
Yeah.
So I assumed the Unmasked podcast is when people come and you be who you are. Stop acting like you're someone you're not.
Yeah.
Be your true, genuine self. And I have not felt more relief.
Honestly, I'm glad you look at it that way, because it's obviously it's a different perspective. Anybody can relate to it in any way, shape, or form. But I really was just unmasking everybody's like train of thought, like what they were wanting to do with life and how they wanted to be. Like, but it was because of COVID.
This is like oversized. Oh, that's dope. Type. Remember the tattoo?
Yeah. Yep.
Front embroidered and back screen printed, oversized tee.
When are you releasing this one? And are you releasing it in different colors? Because I really don't look good in white.
Oh, yeah. No. This is just
For sure. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
honestly, big boys don't look good in white.
Multiple colors.
All right, for sure.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a definitely need to put an order for that one.
Gotcha. But yeah, Unmasked, I was like, man, like it fits so perfect for me this to be the first podcast I go on ever. And just the fact that it's yours, and coach of mine, someone that I can say I looked up to.
Appreciate that.
And it's like, this is perfect. I've been unmasked for a month now.
Yeah.
And I have never felt better. Like, Did I still enjoy my life when I was being the person I acted like I was? Yeah, heck yeah. But just that within me, like, yo, stop. Just go. Just let yourself out. Let people know who you are. Quit acting like you're this someone you're not. Like, I do have this very serious, composed personality. I do. I can walk into a room and I'm like, just, I look mean. I look like, damn, don't talk to that guy. He looks mad. And I'm not. I'm not. I do have a serious face, I know, but after, like, finally, you know what? Let it out a month ago. I'm super, like, I feel like at times excessively nice.
Do you feel like you were putting unwanted pressure on yourself to be someone that you weren't? Or to be someone you truly weren't?
The reason I did it was to avoid the opinions I would receive from all these people. You know, I like all the stuff I was doing is stuff that people they have no clue.
Which leads back to the whole backlash in a sense.
I avoided
questioning
the
of everything. Yeah,
that was my point. Did I little times I hinted towards things I was doing? Yes, and I received immediate like, no way. So I was like, you know what? I'm going silent. I'm going ghost. I'm a BC student and I'm a construction worker. That's it.
Yeah,
I was done. I was done with it, and now like,
I'm glad and this is why I feel like you're so far ahead of the game, man. I'm glad you were able to realize that sooner rather than later, because it took me amount of time to realize that I can care less of what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And I can care less about people's opinions, and I can care less of what people think that I'm going to do next, or whatever the case may be. I'm so glad you're learning that for yourself now. And I hope if people watch this, and which people will, I hope they can definitely relate to you in a sense. And it doesn't have to be marketing. It doesn't have to be anything like that.
Anything.
It can just be towards what they want to pursue.
That is what I push when I go to these schools. Like, these students, they tell me all these different careers, and I'm like, yes, I know maybe I never went into nursing. Maybe I never did this or that, but I'm here to help. If I don't do it, I will connect you or try to get you in touch with someone who does, someone who can help guide you. That's my networking. Yes, my social media isn't that great, but you have no clue who I've met in person and gotten personal numbers. I prefer a personal connection. I don't care about little fake stuff. So they had these kids, I tell them like everything and anything. And not even just kids, adults. What do you want? What do you want in life? I will help you reach it. I want to make your dreams come true.
That's good that you're not deterring people from following their dreams. Never. See, and that's where and tying it back to our conversation earlier about the whole network marketing and the pyramid scheme that I was introduced to. That's where you're different. And I hope you can see that for yourself, and I hope other people can see that as well. You're not trying to deter people from wanting to pursue their dreams.
I don't want to change.
You're simply trying to uplift them in their own little way.
Whatever their dream is.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
That is my goal.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You are definitely a bridge, and I feel like you could definitely build that bridge in any way, shape, or form. And I wholeheartedly agree. Personal connection is a lot better than social media or a fake connection. Yeah. For sure, dude. Wow. My friend, you are insane. You are what I expected. You are what I expected coming in. And I mean that in such a positive way. You are definitely mature beyond your time. And you are smart beyond your time, as you should be.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Grazie. Do you see yourself getting any more tattoos?
I do. I don't want to get anything here, but I want to keep it here up.
Professional.
Here, maybe this tattooed on me. That was my thought.
It's not a bad logo, my friend. That's what I'm telling you.
Here over my heart, because it's what I love. Maybe connecting it just so it's not just by itself here, but we'll see. I'm not rushing it. I don't.
Your parents hate it?
This? Oh yeah. My dad. Oh, I was terrified. I was like, my mom and grandma, when I showed them, they're like, "Oh, it's fake. It's fake." And I'm like, "No, like here, come touch it. Like, come look." And yeah, no. My dad was pissed.
Did you get an ass whooping?
No, I was 18.
See, I wish my parents would have thought that. I didn't get a tattoo until I was 27.
I got it right away.
Yeah, see, you are a ballsy young man. I didn't get it till 27. I was still scared of my mom.
I was terrified while getting it. I was like, why am I doing this? Because I want it. But no, your dad. Yeah, it was scary.
Oh man. Do you see yourself opening up any businesses
Opening up any businesses?
at all?
This? Clothing
Sure.
line? Yeah.
I mean, besides that.
Besides this?
Do you have any other interests besides
Clothing?
clothing and do you have any other interests? I guess is
I
what
do.
should
I'm interested in a lot of things. Like I said about helping people's dreams come true,
Mhm.
I am already I am. I'm helping people build up the business they want. So yes, I do see myself building other businesses. Do they
Okay.
have to be mine?
No, they don't.
I
I guess the way I asked it was a little vague, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself
Yes.
opening or helping open up any?
I
of the
do.
businesses? Good.
I'm in the process of that now, and like I said, I'm here to help. Even you can be a young kid just trying to find a better way to think, better mindset. I'm here to help. You can be a 30-year-old trying to build a certain business. Text me. I'm here. I got you. I will take the time with you.
So crazy to say. So crazy to think you said 30.
30,
That is fucked up.
no, 40, 50,
Thank you. Just say 40. I'm
40.
30.
40. Oh, you don't look a day over 25.
Thank you, bro. I
You're welcome.
appreciate. You
You're
know what, bro? I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You can say 30 then.
What's your skincare?
Honestly, don't even have one. I just don't grow facial hair.
There
That's
is-
how you look young, my friend.
yeah,
no-
I can't grow a mustache.
No, but see, I can't grow a beard or a goatee. This is all I got. This is
This is all I
4
got.
weeks
And
of
guess
shaving.
how long it's been since I shaved this?
How long?
I think like 2.
Bro, you
2
still
years?
got more than
2 years? 3 years?
no.
Yeah.
Nice. Me too. This
Two.
this is
Two.
what it would be if it was 2 years. That's just it. My dad has a full beard, but I just
Mine
skip
too.
me.
Mine
Yeah.
too.
Do you have any questions at all?
How was your day?
It was smooth.
Smooth.
It was smooth. Woke up early, drank my cup of coffee like I do every morning. Got my daughter ready, dropped her off, worked, and was very excited to get back here. Very, very excited. How was your day?
My day was great. Thank you for asking.
Again.
What business do you want to start?
Ooh, man. This one.
This one.
This is the one that I am focused on now. I have learned from my very long time of living that if I personally focus on too many things at the same time, I will not accomplish a single thing, which I try to do countless amount of times, which I have now learned to just focus on one thing, put my full effort into it, and yeah, great things will come. But obviously, I have to be a good father and a great husband and a good, podcaster, I guess
Yeah.
you would say.
Yeah.
Decent podcaster. And
Great.
everything will work
podcast.
out because I have to juggle a lot of things now. So if I do anything else in the future, it'll be in the future.
Gotcha.
But that'll be left.
Okay. Touching on the fact that you said it'll be in the future.
Yeah.
When are you going to reach the future?
The future is tomorrow.
It's now.
Well, the present's now.
Yes. True.
Future is tomorrow.
The present is now.
Yes.
but everything you're doing in the present is for the future.
Yeah.
So
Let me tell you my 5-year plan.
let's do it.
Let me tell you my 5-year plan.
Let's do it. I have not been excited about talking about 5-year plans. Like back in high school, I was like, I don't want to do this. You know, when they make you do that?
Yeah. And I guess how my 5-year plan went.
What was
To
it?
shit. It went to shit. So my 5-year plan back then was to obviously go to college because
Mhm.
that's what I'm told to do.
Yep.
Was obviously get a good paying job because that's what I was told to do.
Yep.
Travel because that's what I was told to do.
Yep.
Start a family because that's what I was told to do.
I wanted to get at 20. Yep.
Yeah. So what I did not do was not finish college in 4 years. I did not start a family right after college. I did get married at 27. I
Okay.
did finish college at 26. I did get a decent paying job at 25.
Okay.
And I had my daughter at 28. So my next 5-year plan is blow this podcast up. Continue to be somewhat of a mentor to be a good dad. Be a mentor to my daughter, teach her all the things that I was not taught at a young age. Continue to grow to be a better husband. And if I am to be blessed with starting up a business, in the future, I don't know what it would be. I'm gonna be honest with you though. I am very fearful of failure. And that's being honest. That's being as transparent as can be. I am fearful of failure because I've failed so much.
Did you learn from every failure?
Yes. Don't fail again. And am I going to fail again? Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Does this have the ability of not taking off? Yeah. Am I willing to do this for the rest of my life, even if it doesn't make me a single dime? Yes. Because I have found something that I love. My wife, during COVID, told me, why don't you do something for yourself? Why don't you go out there and do something that's going to make you happy for yourself, for your own health, mental health? And I chose doing a podcast to do that. I started off with two mics and a dream where I'd literally have one mic for two people. And they were USB mics. They weren't pod mics. They weren't fucking XLR mics. But because I wanted to make sure that I can do it, right? So, yes, Gil, I am at 30 years old afraid of failure. And yes, I will fail many times, but I'm okay with it. Now, to answer your question, I don't know what kind of business I want to have, man.
It's okay.
I'm a philosopher, bro.
It's all good.
I just want to live life happy. I guess I have been through so much at a very young age that I'm at a point in my life where I really have nothing to complain about. I guess the only thing I have to complain about is just getting a bigger house, but that's it. I swear to God, bro, I feel like all my demons have been uplifted from me. I'm a different person than I was back 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
You're at peace.
I'm at peace.
That's good.
I'm happy.
That's what I want for everyone.
Yeah. It's hard to find though, man. Even if you have mentors, it is so hard to find.
I know.
Because I would have never been at peace if I didn't marry my wife or get with my wife. Okay. My wife was the sole reason why I have peace.
Okay.
Obviously my daughter played a big part, but I still would deal with anxiety, still deal with depression, and I'm always going to. I've tried to see therapists, but I just can't pull the trigger. I feel like this is my therapy. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I ramble a lot. No, I know,
you're good.
Man.
You're
I
good.
know.
You're good. You said anxiety.
Yeah.
Depression.
Yeah.
Fear.
Plenty of it.
This is you're creating this within yourself. You're talking about it. You're making it. You're consistently thinking like I go through this, and that's one of the reasons you continue to experience these things. It's all you.
Yeah, I know.
I met a teacher. I can't recall her name right now, but I think it was the first day I walked on the AHS campus. Right away, she saw me from afar, and she was like, "Oh, mijo, like, how are you?" She started talking to me, and she spilled her emotions about what she was going to me, and I see it happen a lot. She's just, I'm depressed. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. I'm going through this. I was like, Miss, let me ask you a question. If you met a depressed person, what would you tell them to do? She told me, spend more time with their family. Why wouldn't they? Take walks, do this. Like, come on, go with nature. Yeah. And I was like, Miss, when's the last time you did these things? Oh my God, mijo, it's been a while. Next time I see you, I hope you've spent more time with your family and you went on that walk in nature. When I go touch on this with her again and ask her about it, we're gonna see the difference.
I hope she does.
I hope she does as well. So
I agree.
Same question to you. What would you tell someone who's in fear, depressed, going through anxiety to do? What do you think they can do to cure it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, my friend. I don't know. And I know that's a really shitty answer.
You're good.
No, and I know it is because I've sat in front of my wife and I've told her I don't know countless times. But it's not because I want to be hard-headed or it's not because I want attention drawn to myself. Yeah. But it's because I feel like, man, it's such a touchy subject, but I just feel like it's tougher for me because I've tried to be the alpha, the strong-minded person for such a long time that I don't even know what'll make me really, truly happy besides my family, which they do.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally tell you that I come home happy. I come home mad from work, but I get home happy. I can't even tell you the amount of times that my wife and I argue because we hardly ever do. Life is peaceful. It's just me, myself, I'm not at peace. I guess the answer, you know what, maybe give myself. I guess the answer is just one day that I can look my mom in the eyes and say, "Hey, you're taken care of." I feel like I'll be at peace. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay. I feel like that's the answer.
That's a good end.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, your mom. You
My
want to
mom's.
provide for her. You want to be her.
I want to be what she was for me for so many.
You want to be her
years.
caregiver. You want to take care of her the way she took care of you.
I want to be her knight in shining armor, bro. Like she was.
I think we found it.
I think so.
I think we found it.
But when we do it, I don't know.
That's you're doing
That's
it now.
the answer,
you're
right?
doing it. Yeah, everything you do now is towards that.
Whenever I become the knight in shining armor, I hit you. I'll be like, "Hey, I just did it, and I feel relieved as fuck."
No, let's do it. I'm gonna be waiting for that. I'm waiting on that call.
Before we end this, what have your parents?
This is probably the fastest hour that went by.
Yeah, I know. I just looked at it. I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. What have your parents, or have your parents given you any sort of advice?
Oh yeah, all the time.
This journey started in regards to this journey right now.
Like in this past month.
Yeah, especially this past month, because I feel like this past month has been such a uplifting. Like you've uplifted such a big burden off of your shoulders. Like I feel like they must have told you something.
Yeah. I've opened up to my family about some of the things I do, and some still don't believe it. Some still are like, "There's no way." I don't care because I know who I am and what I do.
Right.
And I do have some family members who are super supportive. My mom, like, "Oh, be careful who you trust." Every day, like every single day, the moment I walk out, be careful, be careful. She means it maybe in like driving, be careful where you're going. But to me, I take it as be careful. Everything, every decision you make, every word you say, every moment you experience today, be careful.
Yeah.
That's the thing with me. When someone tells me something like that, like in the gym, I've heard people like, "I want to get big." And I hear it and I'll go up and be like, "Bro, me too." And I walk away and I'm like, that guy's talking physically in the gym. I'm talking in my health, my wealth, and my success. It's not just getting big in the gym. It's big in all aspects of life. That's how I perceive life. When I hear something, I take it in and I make it what it is I want.
God, I'm going to hate looking back at this podcast and listening to myself ramble. I wish you could have just talked the entire time.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, you are amazing. Any last things that you want to tell the people of the Unmasked Podcast and the people of Instagram, the people of fucking everywhere this is going to go? Your audience. Floor is yours, my friend.
What's the one thing I want to tell everyone?
2 things.
2, 3,
4. 5. No more than 5.
I mean, I keep it simple. These past, I can say 6 to 7 years, every day I've woken up, I've said, I am patient, positive, peaceful, productive, kind, confident, calm, comfortable, polite, and wise. Every day. First month, what am I doing? Why are you doing this? When people start things, they tend to question themselves a lot. That was what I was doing. 2-3 months, it gets easier. Stick with it. This is just me repeating these things to myself. My affirmations, I could say. But whatever you're doing, stick with it. 2-3 months, it's going to get easier. Now imagine that I've been doing that for 6 to 7 years. I am patient. I am positive. I am peaceful. I am productive. I am kind. I am confident. I am comfortable. I am wise. Do you see the difference in 7 years? I know a lot of people, they're like, when they hear manifestation, they're like, what is that? What is that nonsense? And to me, I'm like, you know what? For those who don't, it's okay. Best of luck in life. I know it's true. I believe in it. So just just be consistent with whatever you do. I don't care what it is. Consistency is key to success. One of the keys. If those are too many, because I know it's like, I think, 8-10 words: health, wealth, success. Wake up. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am successful. Everyone has their own version of it. Whatever yours is, you believe it and you stick to it. And at the end, it would be just live your legacy. Stop waiting. You're living it now. You're living it. You're creating your legacy, if anything.
Jesus Christ, I can't even say anything to end it that way. That was beautiful. I agree. And all I want to say is I want to give you your flowers and say I'm very proud of you. I am very happy. Shut the hell up. I am very happy to know that you're doing very well for yourself and for others. And I hope you continue on this path and don't give a crap about what people have to say.
Do you have tissues inside?
Don't. Damn. Sorry. You can use a sweater, though. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of the Unmasked Podcast. And that's it. We're out.